Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today, as you can see, we have got a huge pile of Hot Wheels main lines to have a look at. Basically J, K, L, M and N case all together. Just have a little run through, highlight a few of the decent models. All these are basically all the licensed castings from the cases. As I say, I don't really collect the non-licensed stuff, so it's all licensed castings. There are a few I'm missing. I'm missing the treasure hunt from the J case, the Nissan Leaf Nismo. I'm missing still a few from L case, the Mustang Dark Horse, the Porsche, that pink Porsche 911, the Tesla Cybertruck, Cyber Quad, sorry, and the Porsche 904 Black. And then from N case, a few, a Dodge Hellcat, Mazda Drift, a few bits and bobs. But overall, this is most of the, if not all the mainline castings from J to N case. So let's take a look. Let's move them out of the way, have a look at them individually, one by one, and get a few of the better ones, what I consider the better ones, out of the packaging. See you in a sec. Okay, so let's start then. I'm not going to do these in any particular order. I'm not even sure with a lot of them which case they are out of. Literally just going to have a quick look at each one, and if I like the casting in particular, we'll get it out of the packaging and have a bit of a closer look. But say all these are from 2025 J, K, L, M and N case. So literally grabbing the first one off the pile, and it is the Ford Escort. It's nice purple. It's very much a rally style Ford Escort in purple. Then one that I do like is this 1966 Buick Riviera in black. So I think I'll have a quick look at this one. Very nice, menacing black. Not much in the way of detail, but a lovely lowrider style Buick Riviera. That's certainly a nice one. (1999) Ford F-150 SVT Lightning in beige. (2018) Honda Civic Type R in blue. And this, of course, is the Super Treasure Hunt. If this isn't the Super Treasure Hunt, but if it was a metallic Spectraflame, it would be. This is the Bugatti EB110 SS. Very nice. The Land Rover Defender Double Cab in red. These, of course, are recolours. The first of the Ferraris. This is the Ferrari 365 GT B4 Competizione. Let's grab this out of the packaging. Let's have a closer look at this one. Now then, nice deep red, the 64 and the racing decos. I'm not convinced about them headlights. Although maybe on the racing version they are a bit different to the road version. They look a bit too big for me, but no front and rear tampers. We have got a Ferrari badge though, so there is the Ferrari 365 Competizione. 75 Chevy Blazer Custom. I believe this is the car that was in the Jaws in pop culture, was it? Retro Entertainment, I think. Was it? I think this is the same casting as that, but done in the main line. Subaru BRZ. Of course, this has come out as a drift version in the latest Car Culture Circuit Legends. And one that everybody's going crazy for in the UK is this Lotus Cortina. So let's get this out and have a look. This is going absolutely crazy here in the UK. It'd be interesting to know what people in the US are like with this. Are they as into it as we are in the UK? But it's definitely a sort of European style car. Legendary car back in the day. Nice to have this sort of racing style, but a lot of the Lotus Cortinas did come with this sort of greeny stripe along the side of them, so this is exactly how you'd have seen them in period. Not sure about the wheels, but still a lovely casting to have, and nice that Hot Wheels are doing stuff like that. I didn't get the original one of these, the VW T3 Custom. For some reason I passed on it, but I got this one, and yeah, unusual but nice. Lamborghini Miura SV. It's again a recolour, but nice in that black and gold. This is a treasure hunt from one of the cases. This is the Honda S800 Racing. So let's get this one out. And there you go, there is the treasure hunt symbol. Nicely done in this racing style. I like them wheels, they'd go well with this. Nice vintage racing deco. Definitely a decent one there. Another decent one, but this is a recolour, of course. We had it in green. Is the Lotus Type 49 Formula 1 Racer. It's come out a couple of times in green with different numbers on, but here we are in red. Custom Care EV6. I'd like to see Matchbox do this, but in a standard style rather than the customized thing without the garish decos. It's nice to see. It's a very individualistic style of vehicle, so it'd be nice for Matchbox to tackle that one and maybe a bit more street. Dodge Viper SRT 2013. That's a recolour in the white with the blue stripes. Very nice. This is nice. Mercedes-Benz 500E. Once again a recolour, but very nice indeed. The Pontiac Aztec Custom. This, of course, was the Breaking Bad car with the hat and the on the back there. You can see the hat. Not my favourite, I must admit, but different. 62 Corvette Gasser. Once again, not my favourite, but decent enough. Definitely one of my favourites. This is the Alfa Romeo Giulia T1 Super. Absolutely lovely. I have already got one of these out of the packaging, so I won't take this one out, but Lovely to see cars like this in the Hot Wheels range. More power to your elbow, Hot Wheels. Gordon Murray Automotive T50S in this turquoise colour. Once again, a recolour. That's Audi 90 Quattro. Very nice. I believe that's a recolour as well. I don't think that's a new model. Fantastic. I'm no collector of motorcycles at all, but the Honda Motor Compo is legendary. Of course, buy it with a Honda City Turbo, keep it in the back and park up the car and scoot off in there. I don't think it stands up. Does it stand up? So I won't get it out the packaging, but that's definitely being added to the collection. I think that's, apart from a few of the motorbikes in the classic series, the sort of chopper style motorbikes, I think that'll be the first motorbike I've added to my collection. Here is the latest of the F1 cars. This is the Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula 1 team. I've got all of those now so far, including the 5-pack. Very nice 69 Dodge Coronet Super B in this beautiful yellow. That's lovely. The Chevy Silverado EV RST in a rather nice burnt orange. Nice detail on that. Mazda 787B out again in white this time, with Mazda all over it. Iconic car that is. 73 Pontiac Firebird with the chicken on the front in white. Very nice indeed, very nice. The Volvo 240 Drift Wagon with the big open roof, this time in silver. The Cadillac Project GTP Hypercar. Shame it hasn't got some sort of racing livery on it. It's quite plain, but there's another one of these GT cars coming later from Peugeot, but which is a bit more decoed up, but very plain, that one. This is one I enjoyed when it first came out, the Ford Model A Custom. It came out in, it was red, was it? It was red the first time, wasn't it? But very beach racing style of car from back in the day, salt flats. Very nice. The Toyota GR86 Cup, a sort of burgundy red. Next are the Ferraris. And this is the Ferrari F40 Competizione. So let's get this one out and have a look. Of course, the first F40 effort from Hot Wheels wasn't great, although some of them are very well sought after. The Boulevard one springs to mind. A couple of the Ferrari Racers and Speed Machines ones are also pretty good, but they weren't really the best in terms of design and execution, but this one does look a lot better. Very, very nice indeed. I still reckon the Matchbox F40 is the better one of them all, but nice to see that they've improved that casting from the original. The Renault Espace F1. Now I get a lot of people don't really know what this is, but it's an iconic vehicle. and lovely to see Hot Wheels bringing it out. So let's have a look at it. And there we go. Not your average Renault Espace by any stretch of the imagination. Something like 650 horsepower, something like that was it, I think. Mad. But nice to see Hot Wheels trying something a little bit different. I think at some point things are starting to get a little bit stale with the same sort of stuff coming out all the time. So it's lovely to see some different stuff. And talking of things that are coming out all the time, it's a Nissan Skyline GTR 33. Yeah. Not a JDM fan by any stretch of the imagination, so I know plenty of people love that sort of stuff. This one though is the Peugeot 9X8 hypercar, just like the Cadillac, but at least this one's got a little bit of racing style graphics on it, so that's a little bit nicer. BMW 2002 in blue. Lovely little casting. Now then, this has to be one of the best of the recent releases. The Jaguar XJC V12 Coupe in this fantastic racing deco. Absolutely terrific. Once again, this is the hard one to find here in the UK. People absolutely loving this one, and for good reason. What a cracker. And these old racing style livery, Jaguar logos on the side. Tremendous. Absolute highlight for me. Next up we have a Land Rover Defender 90 in beige. The Pagani Utopia in blue. I think that's the second release for that one. I think the first one was in sort of a beige colour. 1973 Honda Civic Custom in red. Recolour for the Jaguar Mark 1 in this grey colour. I think that's probably the best colour it's come out in so far. I think burgundy as well was nice, but I do like that sort of light blue stroke grey colour. One of my favourites. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, but I do like the Big Air Bel Air, so it's nice to get a new one of them. Datsun 240Z in pink with this blossom deco all over it. Here's a nice one. This new Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet. Let's have a look at that one. Somebody specking this one went a bit wild with the pink interior, but yeah, not sure about that, but certainly the burgundy on the outside looks great. Yeah, that's a bit over the top, isn't it? I'm not sure if that was ever a standard factory option on a Porsche 911, a pink interior, but you never know. We've all got different tastes, of course, so why not? The McLaren Speedtail, once again, this would have been the Super Treasure Hunt in this case if it had been in, well, it's not really a Metaflight red, is it? It's more of a sort of orangey colour, but yep. Another Ford GT in Baller, in black Baller. interesting little casting this is. It's obviously a Mini, the new style of Mini, the BMW Mini, rather than the original Austin Mini, but done up in this sort of off-road rally stroke Dakar type get up. Yeah, that's quite cool. Quite cool. A 2020 Koenigsegg Jesko in blue, silvery blue. Second release of the Maserati Shamal in black. First one was red. Plymouth Superbird, hot cars. Now I don't usually collect these hot cars. I think they look a bit garish, but I do like the Plymouth Superbird. So grudgingly, that one comes in. 67 Mustang Fastback in black. Oh, my Ferrari's escaped. Come back. Another Honda Civic in rather bright lime green. You're going to get away from the cops in that. Oh, sorry, I tell a lie. This is a fantasy casting, but I do like the odd bus every now and then, and this has got quite a bit going on, so I thought I'd add it to the collection. It's the Kowloon Hypervan. Interesting, something different. Another Honda Civic. Ford F-150 Raptor 2017 in blue. (1989) Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC AMG in this sort of a bronzy, silvery type colour, maybe. Very nice though. Love these big old lollopy Mercs, just made for just eating up the miles. That's lovely. Definitely a highlight. The custom 2018 Ford Mustang GT. This is quite nice actually. The white wheels as well. And last but not least, the one that brought it all back, the first of the mainline Ferrari releases, and this is the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. So let's get this one out and have a look. And there we go. Ferrari logo on the front, quite a detailed interior as you can see there. That roof is plastic. Good looking proportions, black wheels. Nothing on the front or the back. Oh, yeah, slight headlights on the front, but nothing on the back. Nice big Ferrari crests on the side there. Come on, focus in. Very nice. Yeah, so a worthy return to the mainline for Ferrari. So there we go then, a quick rundown of a few of the last 4 or 5 cases for mainline castings. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. What's your favourite? So you're going after all the Ferraris, or are they leaving you a bit cold? Any other ones? And certainly for the UK collectors, the likes of this Cortina and this Jag are excellent. That lovely Alpha Giulia as well. So it seems a lot of older stuff coming into the main line, which is nice to see. Something a little bit different. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and more videos coming up very soon. Have a great day.